Social update UG. How Pakistan national was kidnapped, robbed in broad daylight in Kampala by men in military attire. Omusajja Omupakistani n'engeri gye yabbiddwamu misana ttuku naye nga bamubye badde basajja nga bambadde ebyambalo eby'amagye. Most of you saw the video which was trending over the internet concerning this issue. Now let's go into detail. Security agencies have kicked off investigations into circumstances under which a Pakistani national was kidnapped in broad daylight by men in military attire and later robbed. The incident that happened around 5 p.m. at Chireka Zone C. It happened at around 5 p.m. at Chireka Zone C, Omusajja Pakistan, who was robbed by men in military attire. The incident happened at around 5 p.m. at Chireka Zone C, near Chireka Grammar Primary School in Namugongo Division, Kira Municipality in Wakiso District, which saw a group of men dressed in military attire and armed with guns, together with others in civilian attire, and both were traveling in a Toyota Fielder, grabbed Rafiq Khan, a 36-year-old Pakistan card dealer. Okitegeera nti omusajja Pakistan, a 36-year-old Pakistani, was grabbed by such men I've been describing. Men in uniform, men in layer, who were driving a Toyota Fielder. This guy was kidnapped, grabbed, and then in the incident captured by members of the public on video, the men in military fatigue are seen forcefully bundling Khan into a Toyota Pro Box, registration number UBM 877B. In the video captured by bystanders, the Pakistani national, who was together with his colleagues, was astonished to see men in military attire grab him and force him to enter into their Toyota Pro Box. Earlier on, no, it's a Pro Box. There was a scuffle as Khan resisted arrest, but was later overpowered by the men in uniform, who had outnumbered him and forced him to sit back into the vehicle, as his captors later sat on either sides to sandwich him as the vehicle drove off to a direction of Naria. Earlier, the victim's colleagues were captured, taking off for fear of being kidnapped by the men, as they didn't understand what was taking place in the middle of the road in broad daylight. According to Kampala Metropolitan Police Deputy Spokesperson Luke Oyesgire, following the incident, Khan's colleagues, led by Muhammad Esnam, the director of Jan Japan Motors Chireka, reported the matter to police to help in investigations. He said that following the reporting, an alert was issued to all units to help in apprehending the suspects. The victim was later abandoned at Kasangalabi along the Kayunga Mukono Road. He was abandoned after two of his Samsung phones, cash worth $300 and shillings 700,000 Ugandan shillings had been stolen. Oyesgire said. He noted that the victim also sustained bruises on his wrists from the zip ties that the captors used to restrain him after the arrest. This was a robber and kidnap. We are tracing for the alleged fielder that dropped them off. The incident comes against the backdrop of the return of the dreaded drones used by security agencies in arresting suspects. Ahead, during and after last year's presidential elections, several opposition supporters, especially from the NUP, were abducted by security personnel who were moving in a Toyota Hiace, or most commonly known as drones. These are Toyota Hiace vans, which are mainly known as drones. Whereas these cases had gradually gone down, of late, several members of the public, especially from the opposition, have been arrested by gun-wielding security personnel traveling in drones. Among those arrested in a similar fashion was Jakana Naduli, the son of NRA Bush war hero and former Minister Haj Abdu Naduli, who would later be arraigned in court and charged with sectarianism. Another person alleged to have been abducted by men traveling in a drone was Bashir Kasaga, an NUP supporter who's accused of doctoring tweets in regards to the death of former Security Minister General Eddy. Police said Kasaga, a fitness trainer, created, obtained and modified tweets and screenshots of Twitter handles of the defense spokesperson, Uganda Police Force, Speaker of Parliament Anita Among, and for Balam Barugahari in regards to the death of General Tumwine. Ebyo ne byabaddewo omusajja mu Pakistan, abasajja abadde mu uniform bamuwambye misana ttuku ne bamutwala ne bamudropingako somewhere nga bamubyeko ssente $3 n'emitwalo 7. Tegeera roughly $5 awamu. So tell me what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button. Peace.